This is episode 12 of Poolside Sales Chat. I am Bernie Borges, the executive producer of Social Business Engine. And on this episode, I want to talk to you about a topic that I have lived for a few decades now. And it's the topic of marketing and sales and the fact that they don't always get along. And so I want to talk about 3 ways that we can build a bridge between marketing and sales. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about my own experience in this area. When I graduated college a few years ago, I went straight into sales. I graduated with a degree in marketing, and I went straight into sales in the software industry. And about 7 years into my sales career, I was managing a sales team out in the Northwest. And about 7 years into my sales career, after voicing a lot of frustration between me and my sales team about kind of a disconnect that was happening between the marketing, what the marketing people were providing us in the way of messaging and promotional programs, and we were frustrated. There was a disconnect, and that disconnect really stemmed from the fact that we, the sales team, were out making sales calls. We were out meeting with customers, so we had a really good real-world understanding of what the customer liked and didn't like about our products. So we were voicing our concern, our frustration, and also giving some suggestions on how to change it, really how to improve it. The cool thing is they listened. And eventually, this really interesting thing and cool thing happened. They offered me a position that was a new position that didn't previously exist. They created a position called Director of Field Marketing. Now, because I was already located at the headquarters office, I didn't have to relocate. And in this new position, basically, I was the person that could build the bridge between marketing and sales. In fact, I had 2 bosses. I reported both into the VP of Sales and the VP of Marketing. And on the surface, that can sound really nightmarish, but actually it worked really well because we built that bridge between marketing and sales, and we got really productive stuff done. We actually created marketing programs and marketing messages that the sales team embraced because there was that bridge. So I look back on that experience in my corporate career, and it was a very rewarding time in my corporate career. And I really see 3 takeaways, 3 ways that any B2B organization can build that bridge between marketing and sales. So I want to share those 3, and these are 3 at a minimum, 3 ways that any B2B organization can build a bridge between marketing and sales. Number 1, take action. In my story that I shared with you, the marketing team listened. They wanted our feedback, and they embraced our feedback, and they came to understand that there was a disconnect. And then they took the action, the bold action of creating a new position, and they took the chance on me to put me in that position to make things happen. So really the first one is take action. Don't just whine about the fact that there's this disconnect between marketing and sales. The second one is a really interesting one, and that's what I call swapping roles. So if you think about role playing or role swapping, the example that comes to mind is a reality TV show, maybe you've seen it, called the Undercover Boss. And in the Undercover Boss, the CEO of a mid to large company goes undercover, and he or she becomes a low-level employee in the company, and all the employees around them don't recognize the person as the CEO. And it gives the CEO an opportunity to really see the inner workings of the company. Well, in this context, what I'm referring to is salespeople swapping roles with marketing people and marketing people swapping roles with salespeople. You know, I'd like to see marketing people, of course not everybody in marketing, but a few people in marketing take a full-time assignment in sales for at least a year so that they can really understand what it takes to be successful in sales. Likewise, I'd like to see salespeople take a full-time position in marketing so that they can see what it takes to create marketing programs and marketing messages that span the entire spectrum of the buyer's journey, from awareness to consideration to action. I think if salespeople understood what was involved in that from a marketing standpoint, that could be really enlightening as well. This way, when both of those people in sales and marketing return into their previous roles, the awareness and the empathy that they have is light years of what it was before, and a lot of good can come from that. The third thing that I think can be a bridge builder between marketing and sales is for both marketing and sales to maximize LinkedIn together. You know, imagine if everybody in sales and everybody in marketing were actually connected on LinkedIn. You know, in many companies, I think maybe some of them, maybe many of them already are, but chances are they're not all connected to each other. What if it was a company mandate, if you will? What if it was a service level agreement? You know, those good old SLAs? What if that SLA was that everybody in marketing and everybody in sales were connected? But what if it didn't end there? What if part of the SLA was everybody in sales and marketing was going to post status updates a bare minimum of once a week? And those status updates were going to be sharing relevant content about the things that impact the buyer's journey in your company. Imagine the power of everybody in marketing and sales posting status updates with relevant content that addresses the entire buyer's journey. That could be really powerful. Imagine if you shared the potential of mutual connections between everybody in marketing and sales. Imagine if you all looked at the groups that you belong to and maybe collaborate and decide which are the groups that are most productive, most effective, that everybody in marketing and sales should engage in. So if both marketing and sales, we really had this SLA, this service level agreement with each other on how to maximize LinkedIn together, I think that would be powerful. So these three things that any B2B organization can do to build a bridge between marketing and sales, really fundamentally what we're talking about here is behavior change. And a behavior change of this magnitude is going to have at a minimum two outcomes. Number one, the people, the humans in marketing and in sales are going to have a better understanding of each other's roles. And that better understanding is also going to have more respect. And that can only lead to better collaboration and better business outcomes. The second outcome is also just having a more genuine human connection between the people in marketing and the people in sales. And if they have a better human connection, then as I said a moment ago, not only are they going to have more respect, they're going to like each other more, at least some of them, maybe not all of them, and they're going to understand that they're all on the same team. They're not adversarial. They actually have the same goals in mind. So just to recap, the three things that I think any B2B organization can do to build that bridge between marketing and sales is, number one, take some action. Don't just whine about it. Number two, do some role swapping. Have some salespeople go into marketing and some marketing people go into sales. And then number three, maximize LinkedIn together. Really not as two departments, but as one department working together. So there you have it. Those are the three things, minimum, bare minimum, three things that any B2B organization can do to build that bridge between marketing and sales. So hey, that's going to do it for episode 12 of Poolside Sales Chat. For more on this topic, social business, social selling, visit us at socialbusinessengine.com, and don't forget to check out our brand new online course, Optimize Your Social Profile for Sales Success. You'll find that also at socialbusinessengine.com. This is Bernie Borges, executive producer of Social Business, wishing you continued sunshine. See ya.